Trevor and Caleb, you guys are back in familiar territory, headed to the playoffs, facing a familiar team in Amarillo High. Before we started the camera here, I'm asked about being on the field at Randall and being in the dugout last year. That's something you had to kind of push to the back burner a lot of this year. Is that in your bellies right now, thinking about how quickly that season ended with that team?
Yes, sir, definitely. It came to such a quick end, like it was pretty unexpected. And that's been our goal this whole time. I mean, we're just focusing on the first round, getting through the first round. Especially with COVID sophomore year too. Like us seniors haven't won a playoff series yet, so that's the goal for sure.
And you guys were involved in football as well the last couple of years. Caleb, there's a lot of reason to be motivated, but for a guy who didn't get to play last year in this particular field, how fired up are you now to get a taste of the playoffs?
Oh yeah, I'm ready because I got moved up my freshman year, didn't really get to play much, but I got the experience. COVID happened, and then last year I had an injury, so I'm just ready to get it going and see how electric playoff baseball in Texas really is.
There's going to be a natural tendency for a lot of people to look and see Coronado 13 and 14. They can't be that good. If you dig into there a little bit, though, 6 losses to arguably 2 of the best teams in the region, if not in the state. What have you taken from these last couple of months where you went 8-7 in a very tough district? How's that gotten you ready?
I think our confidence was just really low in the tournament season. We definitely didn't play to our full potential. And then we finally showed up when district started, and yeah, Cooper's a great team, Wiley's a great team, but I feel like we hung in there some of the games too, and it shows how we can really play too. So we're hoping to carry that into this weekend.
It's probably fair to call you guys underdogs this weekend because Amarillo High's got their tradition and they went pretty deep. How do you like that role, Caleb? Do you like being the team that maybe people aren't looking to do much?
Yeah, because nobody knows who we have, but we know who we have, so we'll take on the underdog role.
You lost a lot of guys from last year, the guys that you grew up playing with. How have you been as good as you've been this year after losing all those guys?
I mean, we're like you said, we kind of have that underdog mentality. We have guys that have been up here but maybe haven't played that much, but I think that's why we kind of started slow too, is we all just kind of found our footing during those games that really didn't matter with playoff seeding, and I mean, we're just taking it to heart now and playing well.
You guys are kind of a unicorn. You're bringing momentum into the playoffs from a loss, if that makes sense. Because of the way that Cooper game played out the other day, did that give you guys a little bit of a shot in the arm that, hey, this is a team that you may have us down by 9 runs, but we're going to scratch and claw?
Yes, sir. They're top 3 team in the state in 5A, so just coming back in that game and making it an actual game shows that we're a top team too, and we're at our best.
And it was weird because it was a bunch of guys doing a little bit of stuff. Trevor, last year you had to have you do something, or Sawyer, and the way you scratched back against Cooper, it was. I don't know that I typed in guys' names before they were doing things. What's that tell you about this group?
We definitely have a lot of depth, a lot more than I feel like we've had in the past. We have a bunch of unselfish guys on the bench too that aren't afraid to go up there when their name's called and get a job done. So that's good to see.